IRCC backlog rises in July. Canada's immigration system continues to make headlines with rising application backlogs, new labour market demands in Ontario, and record-breaking immigration targets expected in 2025. This video highlights both challenges and opportunities for newcomers. If you are interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through to the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. As of July 31st, there were 901,700 applications in Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Canada's backlog. This marks the third month in a row with an increase in the backlog, compared to the months prior. Here's a look at the backlog over the last 6 months. The total number of applications in all IRCC inventories was 2,226,600, with 1,324,900 processed within service standards, as of July 31st. What is IRCC's backlog? IRCC considers applications part of its backlog if it exceeds published service standards. The department aims to finalize immigration applications within these service standards. For example, the Immigration Department seeks to process express entry applications within 6 months, whereas family sponsorship applications have a service standard of 12 months. When an application isn't finalized within these service standards, it is classified as part of the backlog. IRCC aims to process 80% of applications within its standard processing times. However, more complex applications that need extra documentation may take longer than the usual time frame. Permanent resident applications. As of July 31st, IRCC had a total of 892,400 applications in its inventory for permanent residence immigration programs. These include Express Entry Aligned Provincial Nominee Program streams, and family sponsorship applications. Out of this, around half, 448,900 applications, were processed within IRCC's service standards. This leaves 443,500 applications as part of the backlog, an increase from the number of applications at the end of June, 415,800. While the Immigration Department doesn't provide specific figures, they noted that 21% of express entry applications were considered backlog, an uptick from the previous month's 20%. When it comes to PNP applications through express entry, the percentage of applications in the backlog remained mostly unchanged compared to the prior month, moving from 48% to 49%. It's worth noting that this percentage has shot up since the end of last year, when it was just 25%, in December 2024. As of June 2025, the family sponsorship backlog was at 15%, an uptick from the previous month's 14%. Temporary resident permit applications. As of July end, there were 1,079,300 applications for temporary residence in IRCC's inventory. Of these, 669,900, 62%, were processed within service standards. This is a drop compared to the previous month, when 64% of applications were processed within service standards. That leaves 409,400 applications in the backlog. This category consists of work permits, study permits, and visitor visas. When it comes to work permits, the percentage of applications in the backlog increased to 46%, compared to the end of June when it was 40%. Meanwhile, the percentage of study permit applications in the backlog rose to 23%, compared to June's 18%. Finally, the percentage of applications in the backlog for visitor visas has also increased from 53% at the end of June to 56% at the end of July. Citizenship grants. The citizenship applications backlog remains consistent within the target percentage, remaining at 19%, the same as the end of June. Top 10 high-demand jobs in Ontario for Fall 2025. High-demand jobs in Ontario. As we approach Fall 2025, Ontario's job market still offers opportunities driven by a combination of economic recovery, technological advancements, and demographic shifts. With unemployment rate rising, there are still opportunities for people with right skills that continues to stay in demand. The province, home to over 15 million people and Canada's economic powerhouse, is experiencing robust growth in sectors like healthcare, technology, construction, and logistics. With a focus on sustainable development, Ontario is projected to add thousands of jobs in the coming months. This surge is fueled by an aging population, increasing demand for healthcare services, a booming tech ecosystem in cities like Toronto and Ottawa, and massive infrastructure investments under initiatives like the Ontario Builds program. In this video, we'll explore the top 10 high-demand jobs in Ontario for fall 2025 along with their description, reasons for high demand, salary ranges, job outlook, and tips for landing these opportunities. 1. Registered nurses. Registered nurses form the backbone of Ontario's healthcare system, providing direct patient care, administering medications, and coordinating with multidisciplinary teams to ensure optimal health outcomes. In fall 2025, this role continues to top the list of high-demand jobs due to chronic staffing shortages exacerbated by an aging population and post-pandemic burnout among healthcare workers. Why is this job in high demand? Ontario's population is aging rapidly, with over 20% of residents expected to be seniors by 2030, leading to increased needs for chronic disease management, hospital care, and home health services. Salary ranges in Ontario for RNs average around $86,952 annually, with entry-level positions starting at $70,000 and experienced nurses in specialized areas like critical care earning up to $110,000. Benefits often include shift differentials, overtime pay, and pension plans through unions like the Ontario Nurses Association. Required skills and education. A Bachelor of Science in Nursing from an accredited institution is mandatory, followed by registration with the College of Nurses of Ontario. Key skills include clinical expertise, empathy, critical thinking, and proficiency in electronic health records. Certifications in areas like ACLS, advanced cardiac life support, or wound care can enhance employability. Job outlook. Projections indicate a 15% growth in RN positions from 2025 to 2031, adding over 54,000 jobs across Canada, with Ontario accounting for a significant share due to its population density. Tips for landing this job. Gain practical experience through clinical placements or volunteer work in hospitals. Network via LinkedIn with healthcare recruiters and consider bridging programs if you're an internationally educated nurse. 2. Software developers and programmers. Software developers and programmers design, code, test, and maintain applications and systems that power everything from mobile apps to enterprise software. In Ontario's thriving tech sector, these professionals are indispensable for driving innovation in fintech, e-commerce, and AI-driven solutions. Why is this job in high demand? Ontario's tech industry, centered in the Toronto-Waterloo corridor, is one of North America's largest, rivaling Silicon Valley. With companies like Shopify and RBC investing heavily in digital transformation, there's a constant need for developers to build scalable software. Emerging trends like blockchain and IoT further amplify opportunities. Salary ranges average $96,241, with juniors earning $70,000 and seniors in specialized roles like full-stack development reaching $130,000 or more, plus stock options in startups. Required skills and education. A degree in computer science or related field is common, though boot camps like Lighthouse Labs offer alternatives. Proficiency in languages like Python, Java, and JavaScript, along with knowledge of frameworks, e.g., React, Node.js, and Agile methodologies, is essential. Job outlook. An 8% growth is expected from 2025 to 2031, adding thousands of positions in Ontario alone, driven by digital economy expansion. Tips for landing this job. Build a GitHub portfolio showcasing projects, contribute to open source, and earn certifications like AWS Developer. Attend tech meetups in Toronto and use platforms like LinkedIn for networking. 3. Industrial electricians. Industrial electricians install, maintain, and repair electrical systems in manufacturing plants, factories, and industrial facilities, ensuring safe and efficient operations. Why is this job in high demand? Ontario's manufacturing sector, including automotive and energy, is rebounding with investments in green tech and automation. Infrastructure projects, like EV battery plants in Windsor, require skilled electricians to handle complex systems. An aging workforce and skills gap have led to shortages, with government apprenticeships aiming to fill 5,000 positions by 2026. Salary ranges from $75,000 to $105,000, with overtime and union benefits pushing totals higher. Required skills and education. Completion of a 4-year apprenticeship and Red Seal certification. Skills include blueprint reading, troubleshooting, and knowledge of PLCs. Job outlook. Strong growth in industrial sectors, with demand peaking in fall 2025 amid seasonal maintenance cycles. Tips for landing this job. Enroll in Ontario's apprenticeship programs, gain experience through co-ops, and certify in safety standards like WHMIS. Job boards like Skilled Trades Ontario are key resources. This trade offers hands-on work and high earning potential without a university degree. 4. Cybersecurity analysts. Cybersecurity analysts protect organizations from digital threats by monitoring networks, implementing security measures, and responding to incidents. Why is this job in high demand? With rising cyber attacks, Ontario saw a 30% increase in 2024. Businesses in finance and healthcare need experts to safeguard data. The province's digital economy push and remote work vulnerabilities have created a talent crunch, with OINP targeting cybersecurity for immigration. Salary ranges $70,000 to $120,000, depending on experience and certifications. Required skills and education: a degree in IT or cybersecurity, plus certifications like CompTIA Security Plus or CISSP. Skills include threat analysis, firewalls, and ethical hacking. Job outlook: explosive growth, with 10% plus increase projected through 2031 as AI threats emerge. Tips for landing this job: pursue online courses on Coursera, build a home lab for practice, and network at events like Sector in Toronto. In an increasingly connected world, cybersecurity roles provide job security and intellectual challenge. 5. Nurse aides and personal support workers. Nurse aides, also known as personal support workers, assist patients with daily activities, monitor vital signs, and provide emotional support in hospitals, long-term care, and home settings. Why is this job in high demand? Ontario's senior population boom has strained care facilities, with over 50,000 positions needed by 2031. Government funding for home care and OINP streams prioritize PSWs to address shortages. Salary averages $49,781, with opportunities for overtime in high-need areas. Required skills and education: a PSW certificate from a college like Fanshawe, plus compassion, physical stamina, and basic medical knowledge. Job outlook: 16% growth from 2025 to 2031, with immediate openings in fall for seasonal flu preparations. Tips for landing this job: complete paid training programs, volunteer in care homes, and apply via Ontario Health at Home. This entry-level role is ideal for those entering healthcare with empathy as their strength. 6. Construction project managers. Construction project managers oversee building projects, managing budgets, timelines, and teams to deliver infrastructure like roads, hospitals, and housing. Why is this job in high demand? Ontario's $190 billion infrastructure plan, including transit expansions, creates a surge in projects. Retirements and green building mandates amplify needs for skilled managers. Salary exceeds $120,000 for experienced professionals. Required skills and education: a degree in construction management or engineering, PMP certification, and experience in trades. Job outlook: steady growth tied to economic development, with fall 2025 marking peak construction season. Tips for landing this job: gain trade experience first, network through the Ontario General Contractors Association, and use LinkedIn for opportunities. Leadership in construction offers high rewards in a growing sector. 7. Welders. Welders join metal parts using heat and pressure, essential in manufacturing, aerospace, and infrastructure. Why is this job in high demand? Expansion in automotive and energy sectors, plus infrastructure builds, face welder shortages due to retirements. OINP includes welders in skilled trade streams. Salary up to $90,000 for specialized roles. Required skills and education: apprenticeship and CWB, Canadian Welding Bureau, certification, precision and safety knowledge. Job outlook: consistent demand, with 23,000 new positions Canada-wide by 2028. Tips for landing this job: enroll in welding programs at colleges, seek apprenticeships, and certify in advanced techniques. A hands-on trade with portability across industries. 8. Data analysts. Data analysts interpret complex data sets to inform business decisions, using tools like SQL and Tableau. Why is this job in high demand? Businesses in finance, healthcare, and retail rely on data for insights, with Ontario's tech growth fueling needs. AI integration increases demand for analysts to handle big data. Salary starts at $90,000, rising with experience. Required skills and education: degree in statistics or computer science, proficiency in analytics software. Job outlook: 10% growth, aligned with digital transformation. Tips for landing this job: build portfolios on Kaggle, certify in Google Data Analytics, network in Toronto's data community. Data-driven roles are future-proof in Ontario's economy. 9. AI and machine learning specialists. AI specialists develop algorithms for automation, predictive modeling, and intelligent systems. Why is this job in high demand? Ontario's AI hubs in Toronto attract global investment, with shortages in talent for automation and ethics. Industries like logistics and healthcare adopt AI rapidly, salary $95,000 plus, with premiums for expertise. Required skills and education, advanced degree in AI or ML, knowledge of TensorFlow and Python. Job outlook, rapid expansion, with thousands of roles emerging by 2030. Tips for landing this job: participate in hackathons, pursue Vector Institute courses, and showcase projects. Cutting-edge work at the forefront of innovation. 10. Transport truck drivers. Transport truck drivers haul goods across Ontario, ensuring supply chain efficiency. Why is this job in high demand? E-commerce growth and trade with the U.S. create constant needs, with shortages from retirements. OINP targets drivers for economic streams. Salary averages $53,785, with bonuses for long haul. Required skills and education: commercial driver's license, Class A, clean record, and navigation skills. Job outlook: 8% growth, adding 28,000 positions. Tips for landing this job: complete training at schools like Ontario Truck Driving School, apply via job banks. Essential for the provincial and national logistics backbone. The fall 2025 and 2026 presents a golden window for job seekers in Ontario, with these top 10 roles offering stability, growth, and competitive pay. Whether you're a recent graduate, a skilled tradesperson, or pivoting from another field, these insights will help you navigate the dynamic job landscape. As the province invests in sustainable growth, aligning your career with these demands can lead to fulfilling opportunities. Stay proactive, leverage resources like Job Bank Canada, and position yourself for a thriving future in Ontario's vibrant economy. Canada on track to surpass immigration targets in 2025. Canada is projected to exceed its official target of welcoming 395,000 new permanent residents in 2025 as per the latest available data. This surge, opposite to reduction in annual immigration targets set by the Canadian government for 2025 to 2027, is not expected to be well absorbed by Canadians not in favor of increasing immigration. Below, we explore the data, trends, implications, and broader context of Canada's ambitious immigration strategy. A strong start: immigration numbers for 2025. From January 1 to July 31, 2025, IRCC processed 266,800 immigration applications and welcomed 246,300 new permanent residents. This translates to an average of 35,186 newcomers per month during the first 7 months of the year. If this trend continues, Canada is projected to welcome 422,232 new permanent residents by December 31, 2025, surpassing the target of 395,000 set in the 2025 to 2027 immigration levels plan. This figure also falls comfortably within the upper range of the plan, 367,000 to 436,000, signaling that Canada is not only meeting but exceeding expectations. The strong performance in the first half of 2025 reflects Canada's proactive approach to immigration. The country has long relied on newcomers to drive economic growth, address labor shortages, and counteract the effects of an aging population. The IRCC's ability to process nearly 267,000 applications in 7 months demonstrates significant operational capacity, even as challenges like application backlogs persist. Further breaking down the numbers. To understand the significance of these figures, let's contextualize the data. The 246,300 new permanent residents welcomed by July 31 represent a substantial portion of the annual target, but it doesn't essentially mean that all of them came from outside Canada. It is important to note that many are already in Canada and being transitioned to permanent residence. The 6.98% increase over the target highlights Canada's ability to scale its immigration system to meet demand. The Immigration Levels Plan for 2025 to 2027 outlines a strategic vision for sustainable immigration. For 2025, the target is 395,000 new permanent residents, with a range of 367,000 to 436,000. In 2026, the target decreases slightly to 380,000, range 352,000 to 416,000, and in 2027, it drops further to 365,000, range 338,000 to 401,000. As of July 31, 2025, IRCC reported 892,400 permanent resident applications under processing, with 443,500, approximately 50%, classified as backlogged, meaning they exceed standard processing times. The projected 422,232 newcomers in 2025 and existing applications under process place Canada at setting a strong foundation for even meeting the future targets for 2026 and 2027. While the backlog presents challenges, the sheer volume of applications, nearly 900,000, ensures that Canada has a robust pipeline to meet its immigration targets through 2027. This stockpile of applications provides a buffer, allowing IRCC to maintain momentum even if processing delays persist. The backlog, while concerning, is not uncommon in immigration systems worldwide. Canada's transparent reporting of backlog data reflects its commitment to accountability. The IRCC has acknowledged the need to address delays and is exploring strategies to streamline processing, such as investing in digital tools and increasing staffing levels. Despite these challenges, the high number of applications signals strong global demand for Canadian permanent residency, reinforcing the country's reputation as a top destination for immigrants. Categories of immigration. Canada's immigration system is divided into several streams, each serving distinct economic and social goals. These include economic immigration. Programs like the Express Entry System, Provincial Nominee Program, and Canadian Experience Class prioritize skilled workers who can contribute to the economy. In 2025, economic immigrants are expected to make up the majority of new permanent residents, addressing labor shortages in sectors like healthcare, technology, and skilled trades. Family reunification. This stream allows Canadian citizens and permanent residents to sponsor family members, fostering social cohesion. Family reunification remains a priority, with thousands of spouses, children, and parents welcomed annually. Refugees and protected persons. Canada's humanitarian commitment is evident in its resettlement programs for refugees and asylum seekers. The country continues to lead globally in refugee resettlement, offering protection to those fleeing persecution and conflict. Other streams. Programs like the Atlantic Immigration Program and Caregiver Pathways cater to specific regional and sectoral needs, ensuring a balanced approach to immigration. The diversity of these streams ensures that Canada's immigration system addresses multiple priorities, from economic growth to humanitarian obligations. The projected 422,232 newcomers in 2025 will include individuals from all these categories, contributing to the country's multifaceted growth. Why immigration matters to Canada. Canada's immigration strategy is deeply tied to its long-term economic and demographic goals. With a low birth rate and an aging population, the country relies on newcomers to sustain its workforce and support public services like healthcare and pensions. According to Statistics Canada, immigrants account for a significant portion of labor force growth, with newcomers filling critical roles in industries facing labor shortages. Immigrants drive economic prosperity in several ways. Labor market growth. Newcomers fill gaps in sectors like healthcare, where nurses and doctors are in high demand, and construction, where skilled tradespeople are needed to support infrastructure projects. Innovation and entrepreneurship. Immigrants often bring unique skills and perspectives, fostering innovation. Many start businesses, creating jobs and contributing to local economies. Tax revenue. By joining the workforce, immigrants contribute to tax revenues that fund public services, helping to sustain programs like universal healthcare and education. The projected 422,232 new permanent residents in 2025 will bolster these contributions, ensuring that Canada remains competitive in a global economy. For example, the technology sector, a key driver of innovation, relies heavily on skilled immigrants to fill roles in software development, artificial intelligence, and cybersecurity. Integration challenges. Welcoming over 422,000 newcomers in a single year requires robust integration systems. Newcomers need access to housing, healthcare, education, and employment opportunities to thrive. Key integration challenges include housing affordability. Canada's housing market, particularly in urban centers like Toronto and Vancouver, is strained by high demand and limited supply. Newcomers often face challenges finding affordable homes. Credential recognition. Many skilled immigrants struggle to have their foreign credentials recognized, limiting their ability to work in their fields. Language barriers. Proficiency in English or French is critical for integration, but some newcomers require language training to fully participate in the workforce and society. The government and nonprofit organizations offer settlement services, such as language classes and job placement programs, to support newcomers. However, scaling these services to accommodate a record number of immigrants will require coordination and investment. While Canada is known for its welcoming attitude toward immigrants, public opinion can shift in response to economic or social pressures. Concerns about housing, healthcare access, or job competition sometimes lead to debates about immigration levels. Transparent communication about the benefits of immigration backed by data like the IRCC's 2025 projections can help maintain public support. Canada's projected achievement of welcoming 422,232 new permanent residents in 2025 is a testament to its robust immigration system and unwavering commitment to diversity, economic growth, and humanitarian leadership. By surpassing its target of 395,000, the country is not only meeting immediate needs but also laying the foundation for long-term prosperity. The challenges of backlogs and integration are significant but surmountable with strategic investments and coordination. As Canada continues to welcome newcomers at a historic pace, it reinforces its position as a global leader in immigration, a nation that thrives on the contributions of those who choose to call it home. For the latest updates on Canada's immigration policies, visit canada.ca or follow IRCC announcements. As Canada looks to 2026 and beyond, its immigration success will continue to shape a vibrant, inclusive, and prosperous future. While processing delays remain a concern, Canada's growing job opportunities and ambitious immigration goals reflect its commitment to welcoming skilled newcomers. Together, this video signals a critical phase for immigrants planning their future in the country. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.